Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you 4 different ways of moving your files. Each one has its own advantages, and there is one specific way that I like better than another. So let's get started. All right, so let's start with a document, being inside a document. Let's go to this important document number 1. And let's say I know that this file is living in the wrong place, or maybe I'm not sure where it lives. So if I come up here to this little folder here and it says move, if you hover over it, if I click on that, it tells me where it's living. Right now it's living in my folders folder. So let's say I want it to live in my folder 3. So I can just click that, or if I know I want it to live somewhere within folder 3, there's another folder in there, I can click the arrow here and it'll take me to those other folders. So otherwise I can just click move and then it moves it to that folder. Now, if I come back over here to my drive and I'm looking at document number 2, important document number 2, and I know I want that to live in folder number 3 as well, but I don't have it open. So the advantage here, the best way to move it here is to right click and then click move to. It's going to show you pretty much the same screen, and you just have to click the folder number 3 or find the folder that you're looking to move it into. Go ahead and click move, and then you're finished. Now, let's say I want to move something out of folder 3. So I go into folder 3 and I don't want this document for Mark to live there anymore. So what I can do easily, but I just want it to move back to where it was in my folders folder. So I can just take it and click and drag it into that folder. Then you let go and it should be living back in this folder. Now, another way, if you're here, let's say I want Mark's folder to live in folder 1, and I click it and I drag it to this folder here, then I can go into folder 1 and it's living there. But really, I want it to live in this folder 3. So I'm going to go into that folder and move it again. Now, instead of having to go through all those steps, the way that I can do that is let's move this invoice to Christiana into that same folder. So if you come over here to My Drive and click this little arrow down, you're going to see all your folders on that front end. Then you click the folder that you want. I'm looking to get into folder 1 here. Click that little arrow one more time. And let's move it. I want to move that into folder number 1.3. So I'm going to take my invoice of Christiana. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to move it over to the folder that I'm looking for and then drop it in. That way I can find my folder easily on the left and then drag it over instead of having to go through a lot of different folders by dragging it into it one folder at a time, one level at a time. So that's my favorite way, if you haven't figured out. And all of them have their advantages. So hopefully that was helpful. If you like these speedy tech tips, make sure that you subscribe and click the bell so that you know that when we have a new one. Thanks and happy organizing.